Imagine walking into a room full of people. Eyes turn, conversations pause for a split second, and you feel the weight of attention shift toward you. In that moment, your brain decides everything: your posture, your tone, even the way you breathe. You might tell yourself to just be confident, but your nervous system doesn't always listen. The truth is, confidence isn't just a state of mind. It's a neurological process, one that can be triggered, trained, and rewired. And when you learn to neural override your brain, to consciously shift from anxiety to authority, you can project confidence even when your body wants to retreat. Let's start with what actually happens in your brain when you walk into that room. The moment you sense eyes on you, your amygdala, the brain's fear center, lights up. It interprets attention as potential threat, the same way it once reacted to predators on the savannah. Your heart rate spikes, your palms sweat, your breathing shortens. This ancient system was never designed for presentations, interviews, or social dynamics. It was designed to keep you alive. But the problem is, your body doesn't know the difference between a crowd and a tiger. To override that primal reaction, you need to use higher brain regions, specifically your prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for logic, planning, and emotional regulation. This is where the neural override begins. Instead of letting the amygdala hijack your body, you train your prefrontal cortex to reframe what's happening. They're not judging me, you remind yourself. They're listening. That shift, though small, changes your physiology. Studies from Stanford and Harvard have shown that confident body language and mental reframing can actually lower cortisol, the stress hormone, and increase testosterone, the chemical of dominance and control. In other words, your mind can biologically reprogram your body to project confidence. But neural override isn't about faking confidence. It's about building it from the inside out. One of the most effective ways to do this is through a process psychologists call embodied cognition. It means your body doesn't just reflect your emotions, it creates them. When you stand tall, open your chest, make steady eye contact, and breathe deeply, your brain takes those physical cues as evidence. I must be safe. I must be in control. The neural pathways linked to anxiety quiet down, and those linked to assurance activate. This is why confident people seem magnetic. They're not just pretending. Their brains are genuinely calmer, clearer, and more attuned to the moment. The body and brain are in harmony, each reinforcing the other. The neural override begins with small, repeatable signals: your breath, your posture, your focus. Every time you consciously shift one of these, you send a message to your nervous system. I'm not in danger. I'm leading. Let's get deeper into the psychology behind this. Confidence isn't the absence of fear, it's the regulation of it. Neuroscientist Andrew Huberman calls this top-down control, where your conscious brain teaches your emotional brain new rules. When you practice confidence deliberately, even when uncomfortable, your neural circuits start to adapt. Over time, your body learns that being seen isn't dangerous, it's natural. What used to trigger anxiety becomes neutral, even energizing. That's neuroplasticity in action, your brain rewiring itself to support the identity you choose to embody. Think about great leaders or speakers. Their confidence doesn't come from genetics, it's from deliberate conditioning. They've trained their nervous systems to stay steady under attention. Their voices don't shake because their breathing is anchored. Their gestures are measured because their motor cortex has learned fluid control through repetition. What looks like effortless charisma is, in truth, a rewired brain, a neural override practiced until it feels instinctive. But confidence isn't just about how you look, it's also about how you think. The stories you tell yourself form the foundation of your neural programming. If your inner dialogue is filled with self-doubt, I'm not ready. They'll see through me. I don't belong here. Your brain releases cortisol, your muscles tense, and your communication becomes closed off. But when you consciously replace those scripts with empowering narratives, I've earned my place here. I have something valuable to share. You shift your brain chemistry. Serotonin rises, making you feel stable. Dopamine follows, fueling motivation. Your words flow, your body opens, your energy aligns. That's why real confidence isn't arrogance, it's clarity. It's the neural alignment between belief and action. You're not pretending to be something you're not. You're allowing your potential to emerge without interference from fear. Here's where visualization plays a powerful role. Neuroscience shows that mental rehearsal activates the same neural pathways as real experiences. When athletes imagine winning before the game, their brains practice success. When you visualize walking into a room, making eye contact, speaking clearly, your brain is rehearsing confidence before it happens. Over time, the neural pathways for poise and composure become stronger than those for fear and hesitation. So when the real moment comes, your body doesn't freeze. It follows the script it already knows. Another key part of projecting confidence is mastering what psychologists call presence. Presence is the state where your attention is fully in the moment, not drifting into past failures or future fears. When your attention splinters, your confidence collapses. But when you anchor yourself in the now, by noticing your breath, feeling your feet on the ground, listening fully, your nervous system synchronizes with your environment. This calm attentiveness is magnetic. People sense it instantly, because most people are trapped in their heads, constantly overthinking. When they encounter someone truly present, it feels like gravity. Commanding a room doesn't come from trying to dominate it. It comes from aligning your internal energy so deeply that people's nervous systems mirror yours. This is known as emotional contagion, a psychological phenomenon where others unconsciously mimic your emotional state. When you're calm and grounded, the people around you begin to relax and trust you. When you're tense, they feel it, even if they can't explain why. Your nervous system speaks louder than your words ever could. So how do you train this kind of control? It begins with small, intentional habits. Start with breath work. Slow, deliberate exhalations activate the parasympathetic nervous system, signaling safety to the brain. Practice posture training. Stand tall, not for vanity, but for neural feedback. Rehearse small acts of courage daily. Speak up in meetings, start conversations, make eye contact. Each of these actions sends a micro-message to your brain. I'm capable. Over time, these micro-messages accumulate into a new identity, one built on neural certainty instead of fear. There's also a deeper psychological layer to confidence: self-permission. Many people wait for external validation before stepping into authority. But neuroscience shows that confidence strengthens only after you act as if you already have it. This isn't fake, it's feedback. When you behave confidently, your brain records evidence. I did it. I survived. I belong here. That evidence rewires your self-concept, creating a feedback loop where courage breeds more courage. Now, here's the philosophical paradox. Confidence isn't about eliminating vulnerability. It's about embracing it without being ruled by it. The neural override doesn't silence fear. It teaches you to coexist with it. You learn to feel the racing heartbeat and say, "Yes, I see you, but I'm still in control." That's real strength. The ability to act decisively while afraid is far more powerful than the illusion of fearlessness. And there's another subtle truth. Confidence isn't about you at all. It's about presence with others. The most magnetic people don't enter a room thinking, "Look at me." They think, "I see you." Their focus shifts outward, which quiets the self-critical brain. When you pay deep attention to others, listening, observing, connecting, you project calm authority, because your attention is no longer trapped inside your own head. So next time you walk into that room, pause. Feel your breath, plant your feet, lift your chest, soften your jaw. Tell your brain, "I am safe. I belong here." Let your body mirror that truth until your brain believes it. Because confidence isn't something you find, it's something you signal. It's the mind and body speaking the same language, and when they do, you don't just walk into a room, you command it. And maybe that's what confidence truly is. Not dominance, not perfection, but mastery over your inner dialogue. It's knowing that your nervous system, your breath, your body, and your thoughts are tools, not obstacles. Tools that, when synchronized, can change how the world responds to you. So, the next time your heart races or your voice trembles, don't fight it. Override it. Rewire your signals. Train your mind to lead your body, and your body will teach the world how to see you. Because confidence doesn't come from being fearless. It comes from teaching your brain that you were never in danger to begin with. If this video made you pause and reflect, take a moment to subscribe, not just to the channel, but to your own growth. Leave a comment with what resonated most, and share this with someone who might need to hear it today. Every like, every share, every thought you add here helps this community grow into something deeper. A space for people who think, question, and evolve. So stay curious, stay aware, and I'll see you in the next one.